traveling must cost more. Otherwise, there is no way out of misery. Passengers blocked, chaos on the tracks. The problem arises mainly from our misconception that mobility is a cheap fundamental right. Parents standing at airport counters with crying babies, endless queues in terminals, annoyed business travelers venting all their frustration about flights and train travel on Twitter or LinkedIn. What's currently happening in Germany by public transport, most important transport, is simply sad. The largest economy in Europe has stalled. Lufthansa CEO Carsten Spohr feels obliged to personally apologize to customers. He suffers like a dog. That's how the head of Deutsche Bahn, Lutz, tries to arouse empathy among his customers. Because even on the tracks there are problems everywhere. And if car drivers could sue a top manager, they probably would do it instantly. Crumbling bridges and an endless chain of construction sites make driving your own vehicle an ordeal. There is no doubt that airlines, airports and trains have not been able to leave after the worst phase of the pandemic. Due to the rapidly growing mountains of debt, the aviation has frantically reduced too many personnel. The railways kept traffic during the pandemic and even hired new employees. Thank God, one might say. Otherwise the chaos would probably be even greater. Because the dilapidated railway network is enough to produce a lot of chaos on the tracks. If we look at the problem more closely, we see how, in addition to the undeniable management failure, all the problems of our transport infrastructure have one thing in common: we have not invested enough for years. For years we have not paid the true price of our mobility. But investing now means doing it at a time when material prices are rising, as are inflation and wage demands. The consequences can no longer be sweetened. Anyone who wants to travel from A to B in the future will have to pay more to do so, regardless of the means of transport chosen. The fact that today employees have to be hired from abroad to load and unload the aircraft is the best testimony. There is no one at home who would like to accept this job. Poorly paid, shift-prone and moreover at the mercy of the waves. Who can blame the workers in this sector for looking for other occupations and sectors during the pandemic? Price dumping has destroyed aviation for years. The low-cost airlines and the most established carriers that have resisted have faced destructive competition. The democratization of what was once a luxury item, flying, was to serve as a justification. Traveling to Mallorca for €40 was something that even the less well-off could afford. But can it work in the long run? The answer is no. Many single steps are required for tourists or business travelers to reach their destination. Airport, security services, ground staff, controllers in the towers, and of course the airline staff, they all want to get paid. €40 is not enough. Higher wages and better working conditions, as many are now demanding, will make this job more attractive again and help alleviate misery. But they will also make the flight more expensive. Also in the case of the railways, it is mainly monetary reasons that determine, albeit indirectly, a permanent interruption of operations. Many years ago the politicians wanted to take the state-owned company on the stock exchange and so it became an AG. Although these plans have long since been abandoned, the AG continues to exist. An unclear strategy for the railways. A profit-oriented state railway, by definition, which should also provide citizens with basic mobile services, these are two concepts that cannot go together. In fact, it is clear to everyone that the railway is a critical infrastructure. This is all the more true if the traffic reversal is to be successful. The goal of obtaining the maximum possible profit is counterproductive. But politicians so far have not been able to admit it and the railroad structure has not really been shaken. And the streets? For too long, politicians have used the Schwarze Null, lit. Zero black, balanced budget, as a goal in itself. No important and above all necessary infrastructural investments have been made. Everyone can experience the consequences on the A45, for example. Heading north from Gambacher-Kreuz, You go from one construction site to another, until just before Lutz. That's it, a bridge is likely to collapse, as in many other places in the Republic. Drivers have to struggle through the valley. Mobility has its price. As painful as this may be, we must accept that we will have to pay for it in the future. Traveling cheaply is an illusion. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel.